All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at building a quick organization here so you guys can get a feel for what that looks like. All right, so let's go ahead and again, make sure you're logged in. Let's go ahead and open up the control panel. And again, that's going to be in the menu. We're going to go to users and organizations. All right, and just like we saw before, we can click on the organizations tab, and this is where our organizations will exist. All right, so go ahead and click on Livingston Hotels and Resorts, Inc. That's going to be our top level organization, okay, within our hierarchy. And let's add a new sub-organization for the Livingston Hotels and Resorts. So click on the Add menu at the top right, and let's go ahead and click on New Organization. All right, now we're going to create the new organization for the Livingston Life, okay? Again, this is going to be an organization that is intended for the sort of digital marketing, the bloggers, that kind of group that wants to really get the information about Livingston out there. Okay, so let's go ahead and name this Livingston Life. And you'll see here, if we want to, we can add country and region. For those of you who may be coming from an earlier version of Liferay, you may recognize this information as having previously been a separate type of organization, and we've sort of now merged that in, but of course, you can create your own custom organizations as well. And you'll see that we already have the parent organization selected here, okay, and that's because we clicked Add New Organization within the Livingston Hotels and Resorts, Inc. So this already assumes that we are trying to create a sub-organization, but of course we can change this if we'd like to as well. So you can move organizations around. Okay, let's go ahead and click on Save here. All right, and this will create our new Livingston Life organization in the platform as a sub-organization to that top-level Livingston Hotels and Resorts. So the last thing we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and just add a user to the organization. Specifically, we're going to add Omar. We talked about him a little bit earlier. He's going to be sort of the primary lead for Livingston Life. So let's go ahead and click on the back button here. And you'll see right now it says users and sub-organizations. So there's going to be sort of a mix here. Let's go ahead and search for the Livingston Life. Okay. Okay, so what we'll see here is Livingston Life shows up here, as well as some other associated organizations and users. All right, so what we can do is we can click on the options icon here. And you'll see that we have a number of options for our sub-organization. Okay, so what we want to do here is we want to click on Assign Users. Okay, what you'll see is there's Add User and Assign User. Just as a basic distinction here, Add User is going to be adding a brand new user account. So it would be like adding a normal user like we did with Josiah earlier, for example. Whereas Assigning Users is taking existing users on the platform and placing them in this organization, organizing them in this way. So go ahead and click on Assign Users. All right, and in the search bar here, go ahead and search for Omar. All right, we're going to have Omar Miles here. So go ahead and click the checkbox next to Omar Miles and click Done. All right, so now we can see that we have Omar Miles included in our Livingston Life sub-organization. All right, so here I would encourage you guys to stop and consider what kind of organizations you might use for your own instance, your own platform or use case. It might be good for you to go ahead and try creating some new organizations, maybe even create a new organization structure that is distinct from the Livingston Hotels and Resorts, Inc. You can go ahead and create a new parent organization, as well as some sub-organizations, and just test the waters and play around with that a little bit. Otherwise, we will see you in the next section of this chapter.